Hey everybody, I'm Jeremiah and I am very excited to share with you the version 1.1 of DidgIt. And this is the version that you've all been waiting for in regard to having sounds play. When you create a rhythm, you can actually hear the sounds playing in your rhythm before you ever pick up a didgeridoo, so you get an approximation of what that rhythm should sound like, and it makes it really easy to compose new rhythms and get an idea of what sounds work well together. So I just want to do a quick walkthrough with you so you get to see the basic features of the rhythm editing screen, but also that you get an idea of how to create a basic rhythm and give you something to build on. So the first thing I want you to see here is the update notes, and this is the very first thing when you start DidgIt. You're going to see the update notes, and sometimes if we've done a lot of updates, then they might spill over here. You only need to read them once to kind of see what's new. But then once a week we are going to have weekly updates to DidgIt, so that all the changes that we've done throughout the week will then be upgraded into your version of DidgIt. So all you have to do is check once a week, see if there's a new version available, and do that update. Okay, so let's go a little bit past this. This is the welcome screen. You're going to see this every time when you sign on to DidgIt, and it's going to give you a little piece of didgeridoo trivia. Did you know that the word didgeridoo is an onomatopoeia? Now you have to look up the word onomatopoeia. You also have a user guide that's available here. Just touch the user guide and you'll go in to the website and have a look at what the latest information is on how to use DidgIt. Alright, we'll go past this. Go through the little intro. Okay, and so here we are on the main menu. Now you'll see inside the main menu the edit rhythm page, and really that's what we're going to go to now. We're going to go through creating a rhythm from scratch. So you go to edit rhythm, and here we are, and you have the different categories broken down. So we've got breath, vowels, pressure and trumpets, beatbox, vocalizations, traditional sounds, T sounds, and K sounds. Alright, so other than that, a little more anatomy on the edit rhythm is you've got your time signature here, and if you look at time signature, you've got 4/4/3/4 and 2/4. We will be adding more signatures as time goes on. It's just we thought we'd start with the 4s first. And then your beats per minute, of course. And then you have load rhythm. And load rhythm works essentially to, after you've saved a rhythm that you've created, it saves to your personal library. You can go and load it back from your personal library at the load rhythm screen. And then you've got the menu options. And this is where you can save your rhythm, you can delete a rhythm, you can start a new rhythm. And then you've also got the share function for sharing on social media the rhythm you've made. And then also you've got settings, which we'll cover in the next video. Alright, so let's actually just start with a simple rhythm. I'm going to call this rhythm ta, ka, wa, di. Alright, ta, ka, wa, di. That is my rhythm. And so the first thing I'm going to do is grab a T. Now, set that in the first dot. This dot represents the beat. So we've got, in this case, a 4/4 time. So we've got 4 beats. And so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got ta, so now we need to pull a ka. So we go over to K, let's put a ka, and we're going to put that right on the beat. Now, you may be tempted to put it here, but each of these sound samples are half a second long, and that's really important to keep in mind when building your rhythm, because if we're playing, let's do this one at 60 beats per minute, right? If we're playing at 60 beats per minute, that is each beat happening every second. And if a sample is a half a second long, if you have more than 2 samples sitting at the same beat, you're going to have an overlap of those samples. Now, you may or may not want that, but I just want you to keep that in mind, that if you put these samples too close together, then you're going to have some overlap, and it's going to distort the sound of your rhythm. Enough said about that. You'll see what I mean as we go along. So we've got ta, ka, and then we're going to do wa, which is breath, right? So we'll go over here to wa. Ah, there it is right there. So that's what it's going to sound like. And you can actually tap on any of these, right? And you get to hear the sound. So for that, we've got ta, and then ka, and then wa, right? And then ta, ka, wa, and then we're going to end with a D. Ta, ka, wa, D. Alright, so here's a basic rhythm. Ta, ka, wa, D. And this is going to play slowly, but I want you to get the idea of how you build rhythms. And then I'm going to enhance this basic rhythm with some other sounds. But let's start here. So this is what it's going to sound like. It's going to do what's called a lead-in. So it's going to do a 4 count without the sounds, and then you're going to hear the sounds come in. All right, here we go. Ta, ka, wa, di. Ta, ka, wa, di. So you see that we have pauses in between each one of these because, of course, it's a half a second long. So what we're going to do here is we're going to actually fill in these spaces between. And so halfway between, we're going to go to the next one. Let's put a vocalization in. So we'll go ta, you, ka. Let's put a percussive. Yeah, that sounds good. Put a percussive boom and boom. So it's going to go ta, you, ka, boom, wah, boom, dee. And then we're going to finish it off with, let's do a trumpet. Let's do a trumpet at the end. Let's do a trumpet 1. Okay, so let's hear what this sounds like. I'm not too fond of that. So let's come back to that. Alright, so what we'll do instead, I wasn't so fond of the U, but I did like the trumpet at the end. So maybe let's just do a little bit more with the trumpets, right? So you see how I'm experimenting with this, right? I don't just try to build a rhythm and expect that rhythm to be right the first time. It's really important to kind of experiment with different sounds. So I'm doing a koof trumpet, but let's do a trumpet 3 right here. And let's try this sound right here. Let's see how this works. Whoops, put it in the wrong place. You can just delete it that way and reposition it. Now you see how I deleted it? All you do is you touch and hold down, and you're going to get a radio menu, and then you can make decisions on what you want to do here. Now we're just going to place. We're not doing any extends at this time. I'll explain what extend is in another video, but for now we're just doing a basic rhythm without any alterations to the sample. Okay, so let's go ahead and play that and see what that sounds like. I like the trumpets, but I don't like that shoop sound, so we're going to take that out. Let's just try it like that. Let's see how that sounds. Now, you'll notice that while doing this, you're not hearing a drone throughout this. Now, when you do certain sounds, you may want them to sound more percussive, and so you may want to interrupt the drone in order to make the sound. In many cases, though, a Didge player doesn't want to interrupt the drone. He just wants that enunciation of the ta or the ka sound to mix with the drone, and that's okay too. However, for editing purposes, we all know what a drone sounds like. It's going to go drone all the way through it. What the purpose of DidgIt is to help you formulate different articulations in order to place them into your rhythms, because droning drones on a bit, and until you actually start creating rhythms with articulation, it can get a little redundant, and maybe you just really want something to be more creative with. And really that's the purpose of DidgIt, is to help you become more creative with your rhythms. So let's listen to this one more time. Keeping in mind that you could put a drone over the top of this. Alright. Well, I think that's enough for this demo here. We're going to do this again next week. I'll have a new video for you, new instruction, and we'll go into song design. So now that we've made a rhythm, we're going to make more rhythms. So I'm going to collect up quite a few rhythms, and then we'll create a song and then play the whole song, because this is just one rhythm. Let's build more. Alright, thanks very much. I hope you liked this first demo of 1.1, and I hope it intrigues you to do more with your rhythms. Okay, thanks very much. Have a great day.